Hi everyone, thanks again for joining me for this week's Soulmate Oracle reading. For those of you who are just tuning in, my name is Anne and I give general readings focusing on divine partners, spiritual connection, and all love relationships. Okay, so now that we're coming into Venus retrograde, it's been a challenge. I have to admit, there are a lot of activities and things that's going on emotionally in my life, and I know a lot of others that have been telling me what they're going through, because it seems like everybody has this feeling like we are like kind of like a pressure cooker ready to explode emotionally, and it's not necessarily has to be this way, but sometimes with Venus retrograde it kind of like stirs up past stuff, past emotions that may have been, we thought were healed or completed, but for some reason they just rise up to the surface as soon as one little thing triggers us. So it's really important when it goes to family, friends, and even coworkers, spouses, loved ones, whoever is close to you, your children. I mean, it's all about the emotions just coming up, and basically it's all about healing. So whatever comes up, remember, it's all about letting go of it and starting over again so that you can make that love relationship work, or the physical, family, whatever it is that you're going through. Remember, you can get through this. Just keep your vibration up high as possible, because that's what I found that really works with my clients and with myself as well. So I'm seeing it all around me. So I apologize for the little timer thingies going off. It's like reminders that I have for tomorrow. But anyways, what I want to do is I want to just like focus more on the specific areas of love, what everybody needs to hear, whatever it is. This is a message not coming from me, but from the divine, from the angels, the spirit guides, the messages that you need to hear. Sometimes you may not want to hear it because of ego, or maybe you're just not in the mood to hear something that is about your inner truth. It's all about take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. And I highly recommend that you revisit this video if you find that you're not getting it, but you are kind of getting it. Write down some important points, some notes. There's like little markers, like maybe you want to come back to it and, you know, just see what it is that you need to do in order to correct that. Okay, so the cards that I've used are the very beautiful Magical Unicorns Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. One of my go-to decks, one of my favorite decks. Okay, and the first card that I pulled, Forgive. And as you can see, this young lady is near this beautiful unicorn. I love unicorns. And as the card says, it's time to let go of anger or blame. Forgive. Okay, this is something that we all need to remember. It's not about forgiving because we have to, but it's about forgiving because we want to, because we want to let go. Many times the energies are kind of like they are right now, kind of like heightened or intensified, or just something that you're feeling that you can't let go of. You think you can't let go. That's ego. We all have it, and that's fine. I get that as well. But the main thing you have to remember is that why you are getting all of these things is because of a hurt. There's a hurt that you're not forgiving. Not only that person, but maybe yourself. Now, the Divine Masculine wants to forgive. The Divine Masculine can forgive. But Divine Masculine has this ego-based energy, and as you all know, sometimes it makes it impossible to release that anger, because that anger is so, it is so deep inside of us that we can't let it go. Mainly it's not because of that specific situation, but it could be from something else that triggered us to feel this anger, something maybe even far back. This is a time when you have to really examine your inner truth, own your fear, own this truth that you know that you have to let go of it. You're afraid to let go of it. Don't be ashamed of it, because it is something that is a part of you, and it's who you are. This is why it's best that Divine Masculine let go of this fear. The Divine Masculine is going to. Now, if you're in a relationship and maybe you've had kind of like a falling out with someone, and your falling out maybe is a separation, maybe it's been a while, or maybe you're still hanging on to something. This person wants to come back, but that you just don't know if you can trust that person to come back. This is a time to really examine yourself, giving the benefit of the doubt, forgiving yourself forgiving that person, because it's all about the love that you have in your heart. If you're not willing to try, you're always going to feel like that energy is getting stronger. And before you know it, you're not going to have the emotional love that you want with that person, because you're so stuck in this rock now. You've built this solid rock around you, where before you could have let go, you could have released it. Working on yourself is really important here. This is a lot to do with Venus retrograde. Now, I've explained a little bit about it earlier, but I'm going to just say it again. Venus retrograde is not meant to be a negative thing in your life. A lot of people come to me and have been asking me, why am I going through so much heartache with Venus retrograde? Why am I feeling like I just can't stand this situation? Or why am I going through this? Or having emotional outbursts? That's all it is. It's because you have to work on something. It kind of accelerated the process that you were supposed to work on yourself prior to the Venus retrograde, because Venus is about love, peace, beauty, and harmony. And I did write a blog article a few weeks back that you may want to check out. I'll put the link down below in the description area so that you can understand a little bit what I'm talking about. Because Venus retrograde is here to heal, to manifest love. It's a beautiful planet, and it represents Taurus and Libra. And if you're born under these two signs, let me tell you something, you're going to feel it more intense than the other signs may. Also, if you have it stronger in your chart, okay, that's another factor to look for, because if you have a Taurus ascending, rising sign, like I do, or a Libra, you're going to also feel it just the way a Libra sun or a Taurian sun is going to feel it. So the more Venus you have in your astrological chart, the more you're going to feel it a little bit stronger. But it's a good thing, actually, because once you recognize it, you have to recognize it quick, really quick. Say, this is Venus retrograde, this is what Anne was talking about, this is what I've been reading about all over the internet, or what I've been reading about in books, because it's not to hurt you or bring you apart, but it's actually to help you to grow spiritually with love. It's all about love, remember that. It actually can bring relationships together, closer, bonded. I see divine unions happen all the time during Venus retrograde, even Mercury retrograde, but that's a different type of planet. Venus is about the love. This is more intense when it comes to love. Also the opposite effect, remember that. The opposite can actually happen, where it seems like your relationship is just gone like to pieces, and it's like, why? Why am I going through this? And you may even just dread because Venus retrograde. Don't do that. It's because maybe you or she or he is not ready. Maybe there's something that you both have to fix, especially when it comes to a divine soulmate. And I'm talking about the twin flames. Yes, I'm talking about soulmates. That intense energy, a spiritual connection, will actually tap in a little bit deeper, and you'll feel it. Despite of whatever is happening, it may be just something that's a small little trigger. It can happen, okay? So let's go to the next card. Let go of stress. And as you can see, beautiful woman is riding this beautiful unicorn. I love unicorns. They're full of sparkles and glitter and magical. Just so wonderful. Okay, and as it says on this card, don't take on other people's stress. Breathe it out now. And you see the little rabbit, you see the little animals. You see they're just riding on at a sunset or a sunrise. I mean, it's all about letting go of stress. And yes, sometimes we tend to hold on to so much that we don't realize that we're carrying a big backpack of stress. Divine Masculine tends to do this a lot. And Divine Masculine right now is holding on to something where he's not forgiving himself, and he is holding on to things that he shouldn't be because of, I feel it's a lot to do with the ego-based energies, because Divine Masculine sometimes doesn't realize that there's something there that they're holding on to, that they can just let it go. When you're going through something, I know it happens to all of us, and I'm sure if you've been following me on social media, you know I've been having a series of challenges with kisses and, you know, just family situations, but I'm getting through it, and you know what? Everything is wonderful. This is the way you have to release the negative energies. You can't hold on to them. Yes, they can linger on, and we can feel stressed. We can go on with feeling like things are just not going to get better. This is not the way to think, because holding on to all this stress, the Divine Masculine has been holding you back. Yes, you're not letting go because you're like hardening yourself. You're kind of like coming into that autumn mode where we kind of like start to say, okay, we're starting to go in hibernation, so to speak, because it's like coming into what we don't want to hear about is winter. It's a time when we just hold on to things. Also with spring, you know, we can do the same. But like I said, right now I'm focusing on the autumn energy because that's where I'm at. And it's all about the stress that you're holding on to. When you hold on to it stronger, deeper, more intense, you're actually building on more stress, more energy of it's never going to get better. You guys all know about the laws of attraction, and I don't have to explain it to you. And if you do want me to explain it, I will. But it's going to take a long time for me to make a video from it. You can just search for it. You can read about it, and I'm sure you are all aware of putting out positive energy will attract positive energy. Yes. So letting go of that stress, not listening to what those subconscious mind voices might say to you and say, you know what, this person, I don't need to go to them. I don't need to bend. Why should I? Or maybe why should I trust that person again? Maybe I should just, you know, tell them a piece of my mind. I mean, these kind of things is okay because this is us. I mean, we think this way. And maybe you don't think like this all the time, but there could be spurts of it. This is when you have to control yourself and say, okay, Venus retrograde is in full effect right now. We're coming into Scorpio, the sun Scorpio. It's an influence. Remember, astrology is not controlling our lives. We control our lives. We have the last say. But when there's an influence, just like the full moon has an influence and makes everything a little bit more uproared around us with the oceans and ourselves, and we just get more emotional. Well, that's what's happening here. If you allow it, it's going to dominate you. It's going to be overwhelming for you. And it's going to get worse. Otherwise, I would say just release it, let go of it, and find a comfort place. Try to get more time out for yourself. And I always talk about massages or just going out for a walk, especially now where it's cooling up on the weather. And I know some of us have rain, some of us have a little bit fresher temps, but find a place where you can just breathe in fresh air, energy, even if it's for 10 minutes. I mean, it's all about just bringing in the energy of the earth because it really helps. It really helps me. It helps a lot of people. I hear it from everyone that I know that is into breathing in spiritual positive energy and just releasing negativity because that's the only way we can survive on this planet. Let's face it, it's not easy. It's not easy for none of us, but we're coping with it. So letting go of stress, whatever you're going through, maybe it's something to do with work and you're feeling like you can't take this job anymore, or you just want to quit. No, don't quit. Well, I can't tell you to not quit, but just try to hang in a little bit more to see what happens. Let yourself just relax. Let yourself just feel the energy of love because that's where it's taking you. You need love in your life to overpower the negative. If that's the positive energy. Okay, let's go to the next card. Okay, relax. Everything's okay. And look how beautiful he or she is. Beautiful card. I love this deck. Don't worry. It's all going to be fine. And, you know, that's exactly what I'm talking about. This is because everybody is going through something. The reason why I say this, that, you know, we're all in on it together because we're all feeling a taste of it. I understand what you guys are going through. Trust me, I do. Maybe everybody's situation is different. Maybe some people can be more intense. Some people can be more lighter. But whatever it is, you're feeling something. You know, it's a good time to go for, you know, maybe a Reiki treatment, aligning your chakras. I always say breathing in positivity in your life, healing. This is a time for healing, especially where we're coming now to the end of October. It's a very magical month. I love October, as many of you know, and I've mentioned it before. It's my birthday month, and it's a time when we just embrace. I guess maybe it's because the ending of a season just makes us all feel good about ourselves and feel like we've accomplished something, especially in a magical time. That's a beautiful time to just release and surrender because it's a spiritual, magical time. Now, a lot of you don't celebrate Halloween. Maybe some of you do. Maybe some countries do and don't. I hear this like different places, but it is still a time of celebration. There are many different things to celebrate. I like to celebrate with my own, like, just embracing autumn, like I've always talked about. And you know, it's about the way that the colors change and everything just changes. Just celebrate you, because we're getting ready to be in a place where we're total gratitude. And gratitude is, you know, we just had Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving, and I always say it's Thanksgiving everywhere. Whenever there's a celebrational gratitude holiday, I'm going to say it's for all of us, because we are all giving gratitude. And we here in the US, we'll be celebrating next month, but right now we're still in October, so we're not going to go so fast. We're not going to go a month from now. So what I'm saying to you guys, Divine Feminine needs to relax. She needs to enjoy herself. She needs to give herself a little break. And when I say a little break, I don't mean like she needs to just chill out and, you know, not worry about nothing, because sometimes it's hard not to. But take time out for the Divine Feminine, because the Divine Feminine tends to, like I said, takes matters in her own hands, and she worries and she puts a lot of steam, a lot of pressure on herself. And when she does this, she falls apart to the point where she feels neglected. And the anger issues come through, because I know we all feel it. We all feel something happening. Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine is inside of all of us. So maybe you're going through that relationship where that relationship just seems like they keep falling further and further away. I mean, they're going in a direction where you can't capture them. They text less, or they communicate less, or they're just not giving in to what their feelings are. They're kind of like cold as ice. You're feeling a distance. This card is telling you to relax. Everything is okay. There's a reason why. Maybe this is a relationship that you should reconsider, or maybe it's a relationship that you need to just give it a little time. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. Like I said before, this is all about the messages that come through me. I'm getting them to you, and it's a message for you to use for your highest good, whatever messages you're getting, because everything is going to be okay regardless. It's all for your highest good. If you're in a relationship, let's say, and this relationship just seems to be going through the same pattern over and over, and it's been some time and you're not feeling the way you felt before, like I said, it could be a time to reconsider, because maybe you're blocking a new beginning, a new energy of somebody new coming into your life. If you feel something more spiritual, something more intense, something beautiful that's meant to happen, then this card is telling you to relax. Everything's going to be okay. You just need to focus on yourself. You just need to not worry, because it's all about love. It's all about loving who you are and accepting who you are, not about how to make changes for someone else. Because if you have to make changes for someone else, I think it's time to move away from that person, because you can't change nobody. Remember, if that person isn't adapting to your ways, because that's what love does. If two people are adapting to each other, and I don't have to tell you this, you already know. It's meant to manifest. Sometimes there's issues. Maybe there's, like, everybody's going through their own stuff, and I'm not going to go into it, because I can make it like a whole reading video on what types of situations you may be going through. But my point here is that you know what you're going through. You know what to do, because everything is going to be okay. Like I said, new beginnings, new changes. We've been seeing that in the past readings. This reading is more about, as you can see, chill out, relax, take it easy, focus on yourself. Look at who you are deep inside. Own your own truth. Maybe there's something that you need to say to somebody, and maybe it's a time to relax. Everything's going to be okay. You need to say it. You need to bring it up. I mean, I'm getting messages, and maybe this was a message for you, because sometimes it doesn't relate to what the cards are, but I'm getting messages. Like I said before, everything that relates to you, or maybe you know somebody that it can benefit from, that for them and their situation, it was sent to you to give to them, and maybe the both of you can benefit. I mean, this is all about empowering your life in love with a relationship, or finding that person, because maybe you're finding the same relationship. Maybe you just got out of a breakup and you're trying to heal. Relax. Everything's going to be okay. Let go of that stress. It's time to just move forward. Okay, let's go to the last card. Finish what you started. And this is a beautiful card. I love the colors. You've started something important, and now it's time to complete it. Okay, just what I've been saying. You're going through a lot. You're feeling a lot. But though you're still stuck on, I can't do this, or the word can't is in your vocabulary, very strong. It's a key word in your vocabulary. That is something you need to eliminate. And I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. Seriously, I'm only here to guide you. So if I come off talking a little strong, I just get a little emotional. I guess this Scorpio in me, it's like, I gotta just empower this reading. But no, you know what? I'm saying this with total love because I want you guys to get it. And I know you do. And as many of you know me, that's just the way I am, because I'm a straight shooter and I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to say it the way it is. So finish what you started. So like I said about that relationship, maybe that relationship is telling you, you need to finish what you started. You need to finish communicating with that person. Maybe you just met somebody and maybe or you're going to meet someone, or maybe you're looking to meet someone. You need to finish what you started. Whatever you set out in this card to do, the Divine Feminine, relax, everything is okay, because you need to finish what you started. If you don't finish, you're going to go around in circles again, and it's going to seem to bring you back to where you were before. And that's not a good thing. That is not a place where you want to be. You want to be inside love, kind of like wrapped up in a bubble of love. I would love to just stay in a bubble of love. Doesn't it sound so beautiful? And you know what? Actually, we can, because we all go through different challenges. And you know, I try to talk about this every day as much as I can on my social medias, Facebook and Instagram. And as many of you know, I try to give out messages, whatever comes to me, the cards that I lay out, cards that I create, like nice little pretty pictures. I'm very artistic, a lot of Libra in my chart, by the way. So I like to create, and it helps me, because creating actually manifests something inside of us. It's spiritual growth. If you like to do these things, finish what you started. It's all about motivating yourself. And we're coming now to, like I said, it's the end of the year. It's a good time for creativity. You know, the holidays are right around the corner, and I'm excited. I have to admit, I'm excited. I can't wait for Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all the other holidays that come along with it. I celebrate everything. Seriously. Halloween is coming soon as well. And my birthday, of course. So it's like I have a lot to look forward to. With total gratitude, with total love. So it's a good time to create. You know, maybe try an experiment. Go to one of those craft stores. I don't know what stores you have by you. I go to Michael's and a few others that kind of like inspire me. And maybe grab a coloring book with some crayons, you know, and just get into the spirit of the holiday. That's why I try to make my display. I love these little pumpkins that I bought at Target. And, you know, just creating, making things beautiful. It's nothing major. It's nothing, you know, spectacular. But to me, it feels good, you know, just arranging them so I can look at them. And I've done it all over my house because I want to feel festive. Like I said, it helps motivate us. It brings up our vibration. I love the color orange. I love the color yellow. It releases fear, you know, because it is, you know, it does rule the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. It empowers you. So, you know what? Crystals also help. Get out there and meditate if you can. It's a great time to go with a friend. Maybe the both of you go for a good walk and, you know, just embrace the nature of things. You don't have to go out, you know, like for a long time, 'cause I know it gets a little cold, but try to do it on a sunny day if you can, or bring an umbrella if it seems like it's going to rain. You know, this is a time to embrace nature. This is the best time. Even if it's just for a little while or if it's all day, just be prepared for something new, like a kind of like experimenting. I love to go apple picking. As many of you know, I have apples all over my yard, so I go apple picking in my front yard and backyard, of course. That I feel good because I can do this. I can embrace nature and still empower myself without trying so hard. So that's why I say this. Just giving you guys some ideas. I know I'm rambling, but it's a real fun time, and I want you guys all to feel it. So anyways, I hope that this reading resonated with you. And like I said, revisit this video if some of the things that you didn't understand right away. I like to say come back like the next day, that evening, or maybe next week. Also, I do have other videos on my YouTube channel that may give you some kind of message, or Facebook, that may help you to understand your situation. I get messages all the time, like I said, and it doesn't have to be through my own videos. I get them from other videos, signs, things that come to us that we need to write them down. Remember, get that planner out, guys, and write down things because it's important now that we're in Venus retrograde. You may be seeing things, you may be feeling things, because if you're feeling the energy to the point where it's overwhelming you, then you're going to see messages also come through the same way you're feeling the pressure of things, okay? And if you'd like to get your own personalized reading, I do give phone, chat, and email readings, and the information is down in my blogs and websites, and you could also check out my blog articles. At the same time, I do talk about soulmates and twin flames. And I also want to just thank you all for reaching out to me. It means a lot. I really appreciate you guys. I mean, you guys are like becoming my family, seriously. It's social media has done so much for me in my life, and when something goes on, I tell you guys, and you guys are just like there, and I'm there for you, and it's like we're there for each other because it's, you know, it's a community. It's wonderful, and I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys, and you know, for all the things that you do, for the likes, the shares, the reposts, everything that you guys are doing, it melts my heart. And reaching out to me, I feel blessed. I really do. And I want to be a part of your lives as well. It's a positive energy exchange. Okay, so if you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope you can. I do release video out every week if those of you do not know me. Also, I'm going to be doing IGTV in the near future. Like I said, I'm trying to get everything, you know, pretty much organized, which I'm doing, and it's a lot of fun. So I guess that's it for now. So until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.